Hello, welcome back to another edition of Treasure Hunt. Our treasure hunts are all about archaeological finds that have to do with biblical events or places or actually people. Today we'll be looking at the Bar Kokhba Revolt, the limited edition coin. A coin from the rebellion was found in the old city of Jerusalem. And so dateline, Jerusalem, Israel. Excavations in Jerusalem's old city has uncovered a rare coin dating back almost 2,000 years to the Third Jewish Revolt against the Romans. The Israel Antiquities Authority announced the discovery on May 11, 2020. The widow's mite, a bronze coin, dates back to the Bar Kokhba Revolt from 132 to 135 AD. So what was the Bar Kokhba Revolt? And by the way, the word bar means son of. And so when I share with you Simon Bar Kokhba, that means that his name was Simon, son of Kokhba. So his dad's first name was Kokhba. The first revolt against the Roman Empire was the Maccabean one, and that was the Intertestament period, and the Maccabean family. Then there was the second revolt, and this is after Christ had been crucified and risen, and Paul was saved and out preaching the gospel around the world. And it comes down that there's a good chance that only John was still alive when this revolt took place, but John probably was not in the region. The reasons for this rebellion, there was a large Roman military presence in Israel, especially in Jerusalem. There was a change in local government and their economy. So it switched over from allowing the Jews to have any kind of say-so in their governance, and the Romans were trying to get rid of all the Jewish coinage and bring in their own and just basically destroy the economy and make it a Roman economy. There's a third reason, the construction, and this was big, the construction of a new city. And the new city would be over the old city of Jerusalem. And they were going to call this Aelia Capitolina. And it was over the ruins of Jerusalem. And they were going to build a temple on the old Temple Mount, but the temple was going to be to their god Jupiter. And so the outcome of this final revolt, and of course the Jews lost, 180,000, over 500,000 Jews were killed, plus whatever died of sickness and starvation. Thousands were sold into slavery. Many were paraded into Rome. Emperor Hadrian died in 138 after Christ, and the persecution eased a bit, but the Jews were forbidden in Jerusalem, and Christians were banned too, mainly because most of the Christians were Jews that had found Christ and believed in Christ. Simon Bar Kokhba, the Knesset, a menorah in Jerusalem. He is on their statue, and this is the base of a giant menorah. The Knesset is the ruling body today, and we would call it the Congress of Israel. On one side of the coin, there's an image of a cluster of grapes and the inscription, quote, "Year 2 of the freedom of Jerusalem," unquote, in ancient Jerusalem. The other side of the coin features a palm tree and the inscription Jerusalem. And I've restated this, but here's the one side. Here is the cluster of grapes. You can see lettering. And then the other side has the palm tree and the inscription Jerusalem on the other side. And I'm going to notate in a minute, it's the only coin they've ever found that says Jerusalem on it. Archaeologists have uncovered revolt coins like this one through the years while retracing the history of this revolt. And the coins have, these widows' mites and other coins have featured the temple, trumpets, harps, along with descriptions and inscriptions, redemption of Israel and freedom of Israel. But this is the first time there's one from the period that ever has the name Jerusalem. And it was discovered in Jerusalem. Now, what makes that odd is this. Excavators are speculating about how the coin got there because the Jewish rebels never breached the ancient city walls. They never got in, which was held by the Romans at the time. And experts believe one of the soldiers serving in Rome's 10th Legion near the Temple Mount found the coin while they were out in a battle and then brought it back into Jerusalem after defeating the Jewish rebels. Took it as a souvenir, probably. The Bar Kokhba revolt overwhelmed the Roman Empire, and they had to bring more forces from around the Roman Empire, said Hagby. He is one of the officials from the Israeli Antiquities Authority. The soldiers of these units went back to their bases after the suppression of the revolt and brought back with them these coins. And how do we know it? Almost 20 coins have been found around Europe in sites that were recognized with the Roman legions, and these coins were found in the sites. It is likely that this coin was brought by a Roman soldier from the 10th Legion as a souvenir from the revolt. So, very interesting story and an incredible find, and we will try to keep you up to date on those that are most interesting and have biblical ramifications. Thank you so much for tuning in, and join us again for another treasure hunt down the road. God bless you.